What's up, everyone? I'm CO Connolly. So, on April 18th, which was just this past weekend, I did a live video on Facebook and I read some parts from my books, as well as the back of them and everything else. And I went through and read parts of it and stuff. I had these little things marking it off. So, I read some stuff. And it's probably going to be a 5-part video that I'm going to do here. I'm going to go through like a backstory on each book, for like before, during, and after the writing process. There is literally a timeline of my writing process between Forbidden Affair and Family Affair. There's a huge gap. Anyway, but I set up like a script, I guess you could say, and I have it. So I have it set up to where I can, and I'm looking at it right now, just so you know, or so you can tell why I'm not looking. You know what I mean. Anyway, so I have it set up to where I go through, and so there's the story about the book, where I got the idea for the killer, who I used as inspiration, where I got the idea for the actual story itself, and some of the research that I've done. And then I go into like an explanation of all of that and stuff. And then I'll read like the back of the book. I don't think on these videos I'm actually going to read parts of the book, but I can read like the back of the book and give you the synopsis. And each book is going to have its own video, so at least that way I feel like the video won't be as long, because my live Facebook video was an hour long. So at least this way, if I do it in little chunks of time, it'll be done. You know what I mean? It won't be as long. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I will post this video, just letting you know that there is a 5 video series that's going to be coming out with each one of my books, and that's so that I can actually get like the whole script and everything almost like perfected, I guess you could say. And the only reason why I want to do it that way is because I don't want to be sitting here reading directly from it. I do think it would be better to do it on my computer rather than from a printout, even though I thought about that too. But so for the next 5 weeks, there's going to be a video out about each one of my books. Now, I've got my books right here. We're going to start with Friendly Misfortunes. Okay, that's one. Now, I do only have 4 books. Okay, I do only have 4 books, but there are 2 that right now are in the process of being edited. Now, they are in 2 different stages of being edited. Fruitful Affair, which is the last book in the Affair series, is on the file edits right before it goes to my beta readers. I'm sorry, I take that back. It's on the file edits right before I have my computer read it back to me and fix any little typos here and there, and then send it to my beta readers. And then my beta readers will send me their notes and stuff like that. And Killer Suburbia is just now in the paper edits. So I'm just going through reading the pages and stuff like that, highlighting and all that stuff. So it's in 2 different stages of editing. It depends on my timeline on how I want to get this done, is depending on whether or not I actually edit them in the same day. Like in the morning, I could do, read 5 chapters of Killer Suburbia, go through, highlight whatever I need to, make the notes and stuff like that. And then in the afternoon, after lunch, then I go through and sit with my, my edits on my computer and stuff like that. Because then at least that way it's it's not interfering. I mean, it was different when I was doing Fundamental Affair and Fruitful Affair in the same day. That was totally different. And I was writing Killer Suburbia. In the mornings, I was writing Killer Suburbia. In the afternoon, I would do paper edits on Fruitful Affair, do some highlighting, make sure I get at least a chapter, maybe, 5 pages, whatever. I do my highlights there. And then once I hit the cap where I wanted to stop, then I got into my file edits, which was the edits that went right before I had my computer read to me before it went to my final editor. So that was Fundamental Affair, but Fundamental Affair has been published now. So I have been really, really busy this year, and we're only in April. So yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to, I don't know, give like a short video here, just letting you know that there are going to be, look at my little girl. She pushed that pillow over. But I just wanted to give like a little video just so you know that there are going to be 5 videos that are going to go together. We're going to start with Friendly Misfortunes. I'll give you the entire backstory of what I did before, during, and after writing this, and then publishing, and how that works and everything else. And then we'll move on to Forbidden Affair, and then Family Affair, and then Fundamental Affair. I will tell you that the one for Family Affair is going to be the longest video, because that's where my gap starts. I legitimately started Family Affair right after I had published Friendly Misfortunes. Okay, because Forbidden Affair was done first. That was 2012. And then Friendly Misfortunes was 2014. And then I was hoping that I could have Family Affair published by 2016. So it would be like every 2 years, right? But it didn't work out that way, obviously, because it wasn't published until August of last year. There is an entire backstory of my writing and where I went downhill, and then how I picked it back up again. And I will tell you that I have always known that this is what I wanted to do since I was 6 years old. I always kept notebooks everywhere. I had pens everywhere. I'm the easiest to shop for. Buy me some notebooks, buy me some pens. We are good. That's it. As a matter of fact, I like any kind of pen. I don't use it, but I had to have it. It's a gator. I like this one. I don't use it, but I had to have it. It's a turtle. It's a pen. I mean, they're pens. It's like these here. Okay? First of all, I'm never going to use that because that little thing right there is way too heavy. But it's not even open. The plastic is still on this tip. So is this one. But literally, I had to have these pens. They're novelty. I don't know. I do have some more in storage, though. I have like an entire box in storage of all my novelty pens. As soon as we get a house out on the property, then I'm gonna set something up for my pens. But for Christmas one year, my mom got me this. So it doesn't stay like that. I literally had to hit it against my desk. But see, my mom knows me so well. I think I've used it twice because it's blue ink. But I do believe that is the reason why I don't use a lot of these novelty pens, is because it's blue ink. Blue ink is one of those things. Sorry, just see the charger. Okay, I'm still at 23. I can pull it up. Blue ink is just one of those things where I feel like it's not a necessary ink color unless it's like one of those legal documents and you have to sign in blue or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So, if you want to see that, I will be giving the stories on each one of these books, research, and where I get the idea for the characters and how the books and the ideas actually came to me and all that stuff. There will be a 5-part series for the next, for the following 5 weeks after this. So make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications so that you can get the notifications for those videos. The 5th one will actually be a short summary of Fruitful Affair with Killer Suburbia added in. So you'll get the 2 books that are not published, but you'll get like the idea. Killer Suburbia, on the other hand, because I am still in the paper edits phase of that, it's more of an explanation about what the book is. There isn't really a whole lot of information. Like these have like these little synopsises back here, and I actually have one for Fruitful Affair, but I haven't figured out one for Killer Suburbia. And the only reason why I've already come up with the one for Fruitful Affair is because normally that is what takes me the longest. While my book is with my editor, I am literally trying to figure out what do I put on the back of the book. It takes me the longest. Sometimes it'll take me up to 2 or 3 weeks to get it right. And I will have just random pieces of paper all over. Of course, now I have this notebook. I have that notebook. And I started writing in there, so I have to have it handwritten. Like, I could type it out, but for some reason it's just wrong. Always wrong. Funny thing is, though, is that while I was doing the readings on the books, I found typos, and I'm not really happy about that. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. All right, see you for the next 5 weeks. We're going to be talking about my books. I always have my website linked down below. You can also get them from Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. They are $15 on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com, and they are $10 on the website. Plus, you get a signed copy. It gets shipped in this handy-dandy, nifty little box. So it'll be this nifty little box. I have filler. So if I put a book in here, see, there's space around it. So I do have filler to put in there to make sure that it's protected. And it will be shipped right to you. And that's it. Okay, bye!